When I look back over my life, I've learned a lot from good leaders, bad leaders. I've learned a lot from responsible people, irresponsible people. But I have learned that what really makes us happy, what fulfills us, is not what we have, but what we do. It's not the clothes you wear, the house you live in, or the car you drive. It's what you do. It's what you do for others that makes you happy. I grew up in Mewbourne, Oklahoma. I met my wife in the 2nd grade. We started dating in the 10th grade. My parents provided for us. We always had a home, we always had food, always had safety, but my father said, we will provide food, clothing, and shelter, and if you want anything extra, you gotta go to work. I got my first job when I was 10 years old. It was a paper route. But I also worked for a plumber, and I worked in the oil fields, and I've patched pipelines, and I've dug ditches, and I've cleaned out sewers, and I said, I don't want to do this the rest of my life. I don't want to do manual labor. And one time when I was out patching an oil leak, a fellow came out on the job at night, and he was driving a pickup, and he had clean clothes and a slide rule and a clipboard, and I said, who's that? They said, that's the engineer, and I said, that's what I'm going to be. And I graduated from OU in 1958 with a Bachelor of Science in Geological Engineering. During that time, there was a draft, and the boys of my age had to take the first 2 years of ROTC. And I selected Air Force ROTC, not because it had the shortest line, but because I used to dream of flying airplanes when I was a little boy. And I didn't know I would have a career in the Air Force. I didn't know I would get to fly 18 different kinds of airplanes. I didn't know that I would get to sit and talk with the President of Egypt. I got to sit and talk with the Prime Minister of Israel. I got to sit and talk with the King of Jordan. So I spent 31 years in the Air Force with my wife. We lived in 7 states and 4 countries. And we had a wonderful life together in the Air Force. And then I retired and we came back to Oklahoma because this is home. And even though we'd lived many places, this is our favorite place. After my career in the Air Force, I got to teach a class at OU. I never thought of myself as a teacher. I never expected to teach. But I serve on the Board of Visitors of the College of Engineering. We recommended to the dean that he have someone develop and teach a course in leadership and management for engineers. And then so the dean said, well, now you're not doing anything. Why don't you teach that course? And I said, no, I don't know how to do that. I've never done anything like that. Well, he kept after me, and I said, okay, I'll try it. And I don't know if I can do it, and if I can't, it was just not a good idea. And if I can, I'll do it for a maximum of 2 years, because I figured this is not really what I want to do. But when I started teaching that course, I developed a relationship with the students, and I really fell in love with what I was doing. I loved the students. And the course became not just leadership and management, but it became a course in how to lead a meaningful life. To have that impact on students and to live with them and learn with them and help them discover where they belong and what they're good at and what they can contribute. That turned out to be one of the most fulfilling parts of my life, and I had no idea that it would happen. I didn't even know I could do it until I tried it.